Hey everyone, I've got a brand new mod for us to test out today, and today it's going to be the Case 970 as well as its brother, the Case 1070. Both of these are from the Agri King series. They're both from the same mod. You can just get the horsepower bumped up from one to the other, hence why the model number goes up higher. So the 970 starts at, I want to say 80 horse, but because I'm second guessing myself, I'm just going to quickly whip over to the menu and let's take a look and see what we got. Alrighty, 80 horsepower for the 970. And we have the 1070 at 91. And then we have the 970 but repowered with 100 horsepower. Or the 1070 repowered with 120. So with our mods today, I went with the lowest one, 80 horsepower right here and 120 horsepower right here. I tried to get a couple of different variations here so you guys could see the differences. We got different exhaust options. The chrome stack looking really cool. The standard stack, it also has front weights. I have front weights on both of them because I figure, you know, with what we're going to be doing today, we may need all those weights. You also have the option for the standard tire, which you see on this yellow one here. You can get a narrow tire as well as a wide tire, or duals like you see on the 1070 here. If you'll also notice, our model here shows 401 cubes, which I'm assuming is cubic inches, because once we go look over to the 1070, we have 451 cubes. So there you go. There's a little introduction, and let's see what we can do. Joining us today is a very special friend, Mr. Drunk Hobbit. He's going to be helping us out today with the testing. So everyone say hi to Mr. Drunk Hobbit here.
Hello guys.
Alrighty. Yay. Well, you excited to try these tractors out for the second time around?
Yes, I absolutely am.
So for context, we made a whole video and Mr. Hobbit's mic here was having some technical difficulties, so if we sound about 10% less enthused than the previous time, then that's probably why. We can hardly hold our surprise when we already know the results.
Exactly. But I'm excited to test them out again.
And you know what? We still have some other equipment that we need to try. Okay, the very first test we're going to be doing is just a very simple weight test. We have the heaviest weight in the game, which is 3,300 kilograms. We will use the smallest of tractors to lift it up, so if you don't mind, Mr. Hobbit, let's give that a try, see if it can lift it. This tractor can be found in the small tractor section, so it's always interesting to see if they can handle the weight. We definitely saw a little bit of squat as it lifted it up, so there's definitely a bit of loaded weight on those back wheels. Why don't you give it a couple swings around? Let's see how that thing handles.
Oh,
yeah, I can tell the steering's a little light.
Definitely light, yeah.
It's a good thing that's the case. I could handle the abuse you just gave it.
Yeah. Now the weight definitely throws the steering off.
Does it?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. Very cool. Well, you know, speaking of weights, I think you should probably grab that tractor and hook it up to the tipper here. And yeah, let's see if it can pull it all right, and if it can get top speed.
All right.
Beautiful. All right, and you are going up the hill a bit, I can tell, so the start's going to be a little slow going. Just about dragging the jack. My goodness, yeah, that tongue is just about dragging on the ground. But as soon as you get that trailer up, it should be good.
This is just rolling.
Yeah, it really is screaming, isn't it?
Oh
So what are we figuring? Is it good for pulling this, or are we going to need to bump it up to the 1070?
Absolutely not. Right now I'm only doing 4 clicks.
4 clicks an hour, eh?
Yeah, I'll get it on the road, see if I can straighten her out and get a little higher top speed.
Yeah, let's get it on the road where we can level out a little bit and see if we can get something going.
Set the cruise. Here we go.
Alright. I see your man is kicking on that clutch. It's really cool. Oh yeah, she's ripping right along now.
19, 20, 21. Oh, we're climbing up.
Very good.
28 right there.
And 28 is the top speed on these tractors, so really nice.
Yeah, the steering is actually it's not bad considering it just bogs down, but
oh, for sure, yeah. So we know that steering as well as climbing hills is going to prove to be a bit of a problem if you're hauling this much weight. But as you can also tell, that trailer is grossly oversized for this tractor here. So, you know, we have to kind of torture test our equipment just to see what they're capable of. But sometimes you're surprised.
Exactly, and you never know what you're going to be using it on the farm for. Maybe you just need to move a little bit of equipment, maybe you need to move big equipment, right?
Oh, for sure. Now it looks like it's rolling along really nicely now that that you finally have the flat ground advantage here. Okay, so we saw with the lime trailer there that the tongue was really low and it was putting a lot of weight on that tractor. It was struggling to go up any kind of hill, but as soon as we got on a flat, then we were okay. So we're going to do the exact same test with the 970 again. This is at 80 horsepower, and this time we've got us a dolly converter here, and we got us a nice big flat deck. This John Deere tractor here, biggest one in the game, this thing weighs 25 tons. So this thing is no joke at all. Plus the weight of the trailer and what have you. There's a reason why we got flags and we got the flashers and everything going. This is a heavy load. So we're gonna go see if Mr. Hobbit wants to give that a go and see if we can pull this load.
Absolutely, here goes nothing.
Alright. Kicking that clutch. It looks like it's taken off in a fairly decent fashion.
Yeah. So far, no problems at all.
We reached top speed yet?
Just about 26, 27, and 28. There we go.
That was all about maybe 3 or 4 light posts. That was not bad at all.
Yeah.
And so when you turn this thing around, turn around at this intersection, see how far you bogged down.
Alright.
I'm just curious if we have the converter in between there, if you bogged down as far as you did before with that trailer hanging right off your tractor.
Definitely bogging down to about 13, 12, 11. Oh. Not lower than 11, so that's definitely better.
Yeah, it looks like that actually did work in your favor, and I think there was a car that was kind of hitting the back end of your trailer too, which did not help.
Oh. Yeah, well, he can pass if he wants.
Yes, he can. So that's kind of surprising. Like, for 80 horsepower pulling this thing, it doesn't seem like it has that big of a problem.
No, it did pretty good, I gotta say. See if we can get over this little hump here.
Yeah, we're dragging on the ground pretty good, but that didn't look too bad. Alright. Hey, very good. So, we'll do one final test for this little segment, and that is to pull this cultivator. Now, this cultivator is rated for 160 horsepower, which is more than what either of our tractors are rated for. Our 1070 here is only good for 120. But we're going to give that to the 970 first. We'll let the 970 take that over to our field, and let's see what we can do with it. Okay, moment of truth. We have an oversized cultivator on our 80 horse tractor. Give her the beans, man. See what we can do.
Alright, cruise control. Going 7 clicks an hour.
So that was cruise control, you said?
Yeah.
At 7 clicks an hour.
Yes. High as you can go.
Right on. So you want to do one round, and then I'll meet you at the other side with the 1070, and we'll see what the 1070 does. Okay, so 7 clicks an hour on the 970. Now with the 1070, we're going to give that a go. We will lower the cultivator. We will toggle cruise control, and let's see what we can do. Looks like it's about 9. We're doing about 9.
That's
So,
not too bad.
yeah, 9 is alright for cultivating. I mean, it's an extra 40 horsepower you're getting out of it. So, it's not bad. But I see that we have a bunch of these stones here, and I'm thinking maybe we should grab a, what's the word I'm looking for? A stone picker. There we are.
Yeah, that's the word. I was kind of at a loss there as well.
Yeah, couldn't help me out at all, eh?
No, not at all.
Alright, if you want to bring us a stone picker, we'll get the smallest one. It's good for 100 horsepower, so it should be perfectly right in between the weights that we're looking for.
Well, this 970 is a 80 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 80 horsepower there. And so, with this 1070 being 120, I think we're kind of right in that middle. Should be pretty good, right down the center. Okay, so once again, the Case 970, which is good for 80 horsepower, hitched up to a stone picker, which is rated at 100 horsepower. Why don't we give that a try? See if we can run it.
Alright, watch your fingers.
Yeah, watch your everything. This thing is de-limbing, decapitating mad machine.
Alright, that's
Oh yeah, you picked up a bit of speed there.
whoa, I'm going 15 right here.
That's fun. So, safe to say that the tractor can handle that quite well.
Exactly.
Alright, well why don't you line it up again and hire a worker. I want to see what they do.
Alright.
Alright, we got a hired worker there with... He's just spinning. Blocked by an object. Alright. Get it rolling just a couple feet and then hire someone. See what happens.
Well,
You seem
I'm
to be
stuck.
blocked. You may have to lift up and just pull forward a little bit. It appears as though our unit may have gotten stuck. That hitch is also terribly low. It's dragging on the ground. Well now,
This
that's
is
new.
a conundrum.
Quite the conundrum, yes. That's something we don't see every day. Okay. Well, you getting anywhere with that? I'll give the 1070 to give it a little boost. See if we can get it past that blockade, whatever it happens to be. If I can get a visual from... There we are. Now we hired someone, as you can see. Yeah, they seem to be doing alright for themselves. Since we're playing in the dirt, we figure we may as well put a plow to it and see what happens. This plow in particular is good for 85 horsepower, and with a 90 horsepower tractor, I think that is probably the combination that we should be looking at. So why don't you... Or sorry, 80 horsepower. That's my bad.
Yeah.
80 to an 85. Oh, look at that. The rocks are popping right out again. Beautiful.
Well, going about 12.
Oh, if it's going 12, then it's doing everything we could have asked from it. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. No, that is good. Then I probably could have even thrown on a little bit of a bigger plow. It still got the same results. Yeah, we are really moving along. It's doing really well. Oh, that's good to see. That is exciting to see.
Hold on.
I mean, even with a hired worker, they are not hesitating at all.
No, it's just pushing right through.
That's a lot of fun to watch. Okay, Mr. Hobbit, if you don't mind coming down again, I'd like to make some final remarks.
Okay, fine.
There you are. So, I guess in closing to the video, what are we thinking about the 970 and the 1070?
Well, the 970 is pretty good. The detail to the mod is pretty good. I mean, you see the oil filter and all these wires and whatnot that I know nothing of, but to me it looks cool. I think overall, between modding the tractor and the tractor's functionality, I would give it a good solid, let's go 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Yeah, you know, I would say the same thing. I'm a little disappointed that we can't put more weights on the front, because I feel like we could probably do a lot more torture testing if we had more weights in the front.
Yes.
This thing is going to lift its front end up if we would put anything really, really heavy on the 3-point. We didn't show that in this video, but we did do a little bit of prep work previous to this video, and we put a giant mower on it, and yes, it absolutely popped the wheelie.
Yeah, that didn't end so well.
No, it did not. I as well, I would say it's probably a good 7 out of 10, maybe even an 8. I'm a huge fan of this generation of case tractor. I think they were really robust. They were a really good farm tractor, and for anyone who's just starting out on their farm and they want that kind of that, you know, 100 horsepower tractor, you know, their field worker, if you will, you can see that they do a really good job. It looks like it would be a really good tractor to put in your lineup.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would endorse this mod. I would say this is a really nice mod. Short of a few minor things that are probably more hang-ups for me than for anyone else, I would say, yeah, this mod definitely gets my praise. So, with that being said, I think it's time to wish everyone farewell. You know, we've done our part here. So I would just like to say in closing to do all the other things that every YouTuber tells you to do to help us make money, because I haven't made a penny yet from YouTube, and you guys are the force that can change that for me. So yeah, do whatever the YouTubers tell you to do, and I won't repeat all of it because it gets very boring. And in closing, yeah, thank you very much to everyone who watched. Thank you, Mr. Hobbit, for joining in on this mod review.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Very good, and I will have a link to your channel in the description below, and so if you guys don't mind taking a peek over there, show them a little bit of love, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.